all I focused on was the St. Francis game. Obviously, winning Iona was important. The St. Francis game, because if we were victorious against St. Francis, that would guarantee us the top 2 seed, which means we would have a first-round bye into the semifinals, which for us was always the goal. I did not go into it thinking that the number one seed and winning the regular season conference title was going to be possible, just because, again, I'm trying to focus on one game at a time with the guys. And when we beat St. Francis, I actually started watching Harvard film just to prepare myself. And Princeton showed up. They weren't, they were obviously missing a couple guys, and we took advantage of it. We knew we were good enough to do what we needed to do. And like I said, we played the game. We were victorious, and until I didn't realize we actually won it until I went and I looked at some tiebreakers. I'm like, oh wow, this is pretty interesting, and we actually got a laugh out of it. It wasn't like we were like, we got to do this. It's like it happened because we were doing the things we were supposed to do. So, but we knew that going into conference championship, we're going to have to win 2 really tough games, and there is no. It's almost like flipping a coin. St. Francis is no cakewalk. We've only had 1 goal victories against them twice, so we know that they're more than capable of winning a championship as well. But not playing Princeton at Princeton in the first round was obviously something we wanted to avoid, and we'll see where this takes us.
This year the conference has changed a little bit. We had a little shift in the actual teams that we're going to be matched up with, or that we were matched up with this year, especially Princeton, who we hadn't seen. In my career I've played them I think 5 times, and I've played Harvard probably 20 times. And so it was nice to have that opportunity this year, because we didn't, even though we didn't have the Ivy League tournament like we have in the past, we had these 2 league games that were in our league technically. And then we have kind of played less of the other southern teams, but we kind of tend to do that every year. And the competition level, I believe, in the North is a little, or at least for this year, is harder than what I think the competition level is in the South. So I'm happy that I'm in this league where we're playing teams that are pushing us to be better, to get better after every game.
Usually those games come early in the season when we are not as prepared as those teams, because they have the entire summer to prepare, like about a month and a half more than we do. So I do think that come the end of the season, we will be more prepared and could potentially handle those games in a better way.
I think as seniors and the class below us, the juniors, knowing that feeling definitely gives us a lot of extra motivation going into this weekend. Obviously all season we care about wins and losses, but we're really preparing for this end of the season tournament. So the most important thing for us is to get better and stay motivated and keep our eyes on our goal, because we know how good it feels to win this tournament. So that's really where our focus is at.
Over the course of 4 years, it's been just an incredible amount of fun, getting to know everyone and yeah, getting to really play really well together in the pool. And now that we're in our senior season, it's starting to show a lot more, and we're kind of peaking as a little class here, and kind of starting to have things really, really click better than I ever could have imagined, better than any other team I've been on, certainly.
Yeah, it's been definitely different, because each year it definitely evolves in how you approach each game, because especially in your senior season now, like every time I kind of realized as I went to different pools and played these games, it's like my last chance to play here. It's my last chance to actually leave a mark here. But as a team though, that's another thing, is like this is my last chance on this team to like make a mark. And we've really evolved as a team, and the chemistry, especially playing with like 5 seniors that are heavily experienced now in all like aspects of the game, has been huge for us. And now we're actually I feel very well prepared going into this final weekend.
They deserve to win a championship every year, but that's unrealistic. You can have a bad game when you least can afford it, and that shouldn't diminish your accomplishments. But I guess the best part of sports is, they end, and everybody, moves on to medical school or to engineering school or wherever they decide to pursue. But you could always have these reflections going back, and while I'll think about the tough loss to Johns Hopkins last year for a brief second, but then I'll remember our preseason, how much fun we had when we went to the beach, or when we did just a lot of fun things in and out of the water that ultimately are the memories that really are the most important. And as we continue to grow as a program, every class the last, since I've been here have left a mark. And this class is no different. They're an amazing group of athletes. They're an amazing group of men, and I hope and I know that we'll be ready. We'll be ready, and and we'll be prepared, and we'll show up. We've been there, done that. So we've won it, we've lost it. So we hope to win, but we understand that we can't take anything for granted. So the next 2 weeks we're going to train hard. We're going to get healthy. We're going to enjoy these moments together, and hopefully, we're playing on Sunday for a championship.